Hello, everybody.
Hello, welcome
Surprise.
to, yes, welcome to a special episode of Delight in Fright with Luna, our host. Well, Luna, our host, and me, Kat. Hello.
Hello,
So
everybody.
so the film we're discussing is Girl Next. This is basically, I don't like to say explained because it's up for interpretation. I don't want to tell anybody that what they think about a movie is wrong because the director, when they make the film and the writers, they want you to get your own, what you want out of it, what you've experienced in your life out of their art. So I never want to say to someone, oh, this is, I'm explaining it to you. No, this is our interpretation. So this is going to be live, our interpretation together, and how we both kind of make those connections, those ooh ah moments about things that I picked up that Luna may not have, or things that Luna picked up that I may not have. And we're going to kind of put those pieces together and interpret the film. Yay!
Yay. So, without further ado, we are going to watch the trailer just so you guys know what we're going to be discussing. And in preparation of interviewing the director, we are going to interview him tomorrow. So, this is kind of like a pre party. Um, so, let's go ahead and watch this and see what you guys think.
You traffic women. We create beauty. Only when the change is complete do we deliver. The change?
I know this time you'll do what we ask, but if you do not comply, you know.
This is the key. Pure DMT and a mix of other hallucinogens beyond what a human can possibly process. Now you'll become my doll.
Don't harm the merchandise.
I don't know, and I don't care what kind of spooky you got going on out here, but we need product.
I'm the way forward. Me. They chose me. Larry! This is your quantum homeland. You! Say that!
Ooh.
Being curious won't help you. Being obedient will.
So something I just noticed from watching this trailer that I didn't before, you know when he says this is your quantum moment? Well, this is the prequel to Quantum Devil. So that's a little, you know, interesting tidbit. I wonder if he already knew he was going to make the Quantum Devil and put that quantum moment in there. So fascinating. Larry's such a genius.
Absolutely. And so, wow, a really deep movie, right? It's really
Absolutely.
and some disturbing scenes. So big spoilers coming up, guys. If you haven't seen the movie, you want to see this movie. So please come back, catch us later, and please comment on your interpretation of the film. Or maybe you can find some stuff that, or realize some things that we hadn't. So that'd be great. All right, let's dive in. So, the beginning, right? At the
Yes.
very beginning, what do we see? She gets nabbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we see some guy taking pictures, right? Someone's
Mm-hmm.
taking pictures, and then car, the van, the white van, your typical white van that snatches people. Duh, it's a white van that snatch you. Don't be near a white van. But
Yeah.
right behind the van is a cop car, right? The police
Mhm.
car. Right at the beginning, you're like, wait, something's not right. Like, why the cop,
Mhm.
the police officer or sheriff or whatever witnessed this and is just, cruising along, minding his own business or following them, right? We don't know.
Right.
And then when did things start to get weird for you, Luna? When did you kind of realize?
As soon as so when she has the whole film was just fucking weird. But when she noticed, hey, this is not real. I'm not real. I'm not real. I'm living in a simulation, and I'm
Yes.
not gonna get out of this. I started like thinking about it not by what I was shown, but like rather, did they create her from a different existence? Did they like I don't know.
Are
It's
we
so
all
weird.
created? Are we
Yeah,
all living in an alternate reality? So
it's
I could definitely tell what Larry, our awesome director we're going to be talking to yesterday, is a big fan of. Right, I could probably
mhm.
guess what's on his bookshelf just by watching two of his movies so far, and I'm excited to watch. I haven't watched Joshua yet, but I'll definitely watch that one. So some of the films that kind of mesh together here, at least for me, um, we have Black Widow, right? Because
Mhm.
how she was, Black Widow was trained and um, she was prepared to be someone else, to go undercover, things like that, right? That's all her character was about. Um, and then we have Dollhouse. I don't know if you saw the show Dollhouse. It's by the guy that does Buffy. So of course I was
Mhm.
all about it. I love Buffy. Here I got my busty the fuckboy Slayer shirt on here today. So I obviously love Buffy. So that definitely came into play. But in that show, there are they're not in alternate realities, so to say. It
Mhm.
could be possible, but basically they're reprogrammed. Every episode they're reprogrammed, and like in the Matrix, they can give them certain skills
Yeah.
and things like that in their programming, and then they reset them depending on where they need them to be, where they need to infiltrate them, or the job or whatnot that they're doing. Um, and then obviously the Matrix, and then we have Jacob's Ladder. Have you seen that? It's
Um
an older one. It's a really good movie, but in that it's a war vet, and he's been exposed to some really terrible things, and it's like you go through the trip in his mind. I don't want to give anything away, but it's just a lot of mental stuff. And then we
mhm.
have the Philadelphia experiment. uh, that's stuff that they actually did to and
Mm.
then we know that the Nazis, they did all kinds of crazy stuff too with psychedelic drugs, and trying to open up the mind to get superpowers, like in the
Mhm.
Marvel films and all that. That it's based on some true stuff that they really did to people to try and get them to open up with LSD and other psycho reactive drugs, because that's obviously what they were doing to our poor girl next, right? And in the film, whenever you have the white background,
Mhm.
remember when they first start, they give her the blue pill, so to say, which is that blue stuff that he's been taking in his mouth the whole
Yeah.
time. You see the other girl, the brunette girl with the pigtails.
Mhm.
She is like in a bed in the barn or whatever. She likes to hang in the barn. So she's in the barn and she's like convulsing too.
Mhm.
Remember when they're torturing her? And I'm like, wait, are they connected? What is going on there? And then later on, I realized it's she purposely, well, she was helping her, trying to train her because she was the smart MIT nerd, his sister slash lover, ew, right? So,
Very ill.
yeah, yes, with some crazy shit going on. So anyway, she was the whole mastermind behind it. Well, most of it. And then she just liked to play, oh, cutesy for her brother, so he'd be, oh, you're a pretty girl, I like you, whatever, and do sex stuff. But when they started torturing the girl next, our main character, what is her name? Well,
Sophia.
they call them all Sophias. That's just,
So
she was
that's
Sophia number 8 or something like that.
yeah, I think she was Sophia. I don't know what Sophia
Yeah.
number she was on, but it's funny because they were all named Sophia, and I think because how they wanted to have the perfect sex doll, all the sex dolls were all Sophia. Like it kind of reminded me of Barbie because Barbie's Barbie.
Yeah.
Like Barbie's just Barbie, and Sophia's just Sophia. You know what I mean? It's like they, even though it's technically a person, but they're trying to change them into being these like real. I don't know. It was weird, but I found it interesting when I was looking at the cast that they were all named Sophia. So that's very interesting.
So when you saw the other girl convulsing, they were linked telepathically.
Right.
And so she was feeling her pain and going through that because she wanted to. She's obviously a masochist. She likes pain. That's her dealio. So she chose to take that upon herself, and that's why we saw her kind of seeming like she was getting the brunt of it. And then later on, I was like, wait, why was she getting the brunt of it if she was involved in the whole thing from the beginning? Because
Do
she's a
you think
masochist
do you
and that's what
think
she
do you
likes.
think maybe during that scene she was trying to like lend her aid? So like maybe I take your workload instead of your workload, I take your pain so that way you can get out of this.
That's what I thought at first.
Mm-hmm.
But then after everything, she wanted her brother to win from the beginning. And it
Yeah.
was all her techniques that they were doing on these girls. And she was completely aware of everything from the beginning. And she was obviously in control because she was able to snatch the car keys and stab him. And that was all what she wanted to happen because she wanted the girl next to kill his wife.
Mm-hmm.
His wife that we find out later is Lola or whatever. Hey, whatever. Floats his boat. That's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
that was interesting.
yeah, I mean, we get a little bit of a sleepaway camp scene there going on, but
Yeah.
I
Definitely better effects.
I wasn't too shocked just because of how she went about herself. She just something was just kind of like she just seemed like a very I don't know. I don't know. My words aren't coming out, but if I could pinpoint a word, it would be she's like very fetishy because she was already wearing the leather and the one scene where they're training her to have dinner. God, I want that outfit so bad with the feathers and the oh man. I need to know where that costume is. I need to replicate it. Please send me when the sketch, like a sketch, so I can take it to Taylor, have it for Halloween. I need that. I need that outfit like ASAP. It was just I was like, damn girl. It was great. But other than that, I kind of had a suspicion about her. I don't know. And I mean, what kind of individual is okay with? I mean, even if you are kidnapping women, let's say from an alternative reality and bringing them to this reality to train them to be like sex workers or whatever, who's okay with that? Even though they're not from this dimension, etc. Like, I don't know. It takes a very special or not special person to like be okay with that, you know? So, because
What
they, and then
actually helped me. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say she did do a lot of the torture also to this poor girl. So it was she took it upon herself to like beat her and all these and cut her toe. And then I was confused about that because like in some scenes she had her foot was fine, she was kind of limping, but she had the toes. And then I think it was right after she did all the drugs, she had her toe again. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's to clue you in on when, what's happening in our reality and what's happening telepathically in her head. Like when her arms and legs get cut off, that's the other girl, this lady, this sexy, his wife, torturing her. Because remember, she's been trained in it too. They've all been trained in this. They've all gone through this process that they're putting this poor girl through to a different extent, just depending on, how many the drugs and things like that. Probably they weren't raped and things like that like she was. But did you watch the movie to the after the credits?
Yeah.
Okay, that helps you too. But what really helped me was the book. It doesn't have necessarily anything extra, but just
Mm-hmm.
it gave me that time to be able to see what they were saying, written out for me, which really helped me. Like at the part where I know this time you'll do what we ask, and if you do not comply, you know. So that's what kind of made me think Heinrich was a doll too. He was a puppet as well to them or they. And then we see this
The
the
clown.
Legion, right? The clown is him tripping, but probably it's him talking to Legion or his boss, basically his boss. And the whole thing was an experiment to, at least my interpretation, was an experiment to get them to into the quantum realm, into uh, the different realities, and
Mm-hmm.
still have their wits about them. And our girl next, she did it. She opened up her power. She went to her default settings, right? When a computer reprograms, what happens? It goes to its default settings. And then she went to her default settings, found her freaking source code, and realized that she had been reprogrammed by the military or by whoever and sent on different missions. She never had a boyfriend. She never had a
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend. That's why she kept going. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going back. Because she knew she's not going back. There's no back to
There's
go to.
no, yeah,
She's
there's
been,
nothing.
she's, yeah, she's been reprogrammed over and over again to do these missions. And that's why every time they saw her, they were like, she's different. She's different. Something's different about her. Heck yeah, she's different. She was sent by them because they were at the end, they were like, oh, they sent her and she already had all the skills. Like the first time she shoots the gun when she's pretending to be, a zombie or whatever he wants her to be. Remember when they're doing the catapulting? The
Yeah.
first time she shoots, she misses. And then he says, concentrate. So she knew, okay, he wants me to hit the target. Boom, like nothing. And then when he asked her to shoot the guy in the head, boom, boom, those two shots, yeah, she probably could have did them right in the same spot, but she didn't want it to seem, a little odd, but both, yeah, right in the head. I mean, if you've never been trained with a gun, if you don't know, you wouldn't be able to just do that, even whatever mind control you were under. So she was completely aware the entire time. She just had to, separate
Get out of
herself from
it.
what
Yeah.
was going on. I mean, and many of us have had to do that in our lives. And Sometimes we still do, it's just a defense mechanism. And that's why we have therapy and things like that. Yay, to help us deal
Yeah.
with that kind of insanity.
I personally enjoyed all the internal monologues she had because that made me get a lot of perspective because she's like, this is fake. This is not real. I need to come to terms with it. I'm not going to any reality. A reality doesn't exist, and that kind of, and when she was thinking those things, she would always have that white, like, neutral background, meaning she's going to maybe to
She
that
was in her
default
head.
state in that default kind of.
Yeah, that too.
So I like that a lot when she was thinking those thoughts, and it was very visual because she had the whole white, and she was just thinking, I needed to get out of this, and she figured out, she just kind of snapped at the end. I felt like a little bit. She just had enough of their shit and just kind of went, like, just
You
unleashed.
saw how fast she was running.
Yeah,
You saw
even
she
with the
outrun
hurt
that
leg.
truck, and he was trying his best. So she tapped into her superpowers. She found her inner Neo, became the one. And when she said, I'm a lion," right? I love that woman power. I'm a lion, and she became a lion. She fucked him up.
Yeah, that was
She
cool.
chewed him up.
So tomorrow, definitely, what I found very interesting that I will have to ask Larry for you viewers that are watching live right now, I will ask him why all of his roles that he chooses to play as an actor, because he's the director, he can hire whoever he wants, but all the roles he's had, he's always opted to become a cop. Like in this movie, he was a corrupt cop. In the movie Jacob, no big spoiler alert, Kath, for you since you haven't seen it yet, but he plays the role of a cop also in the city. So I'm like, why do you want to play cop, Rose? You're a director. You can literally hire anybody you want. So I'm
Well, think
interested to
about it. What
see.
do directors do? They have control of everything. So maybe he's like, "You will respect my authority." Pew
Maybe
pew.
there's like an authority complex that I have to ask him about tomorrow. I just found that very interesting. Like, why cops? Maybe he has experience with it. Maybe family member's a cop and he's used to seeing that, or maybe he wants to pay homage to somebody that he knows that's an officer. You never know. I'm very interested though to find that out. But that cop, he got it. He got what he had coming though. It was very refreshing to see him definitely get murked at the end.
And
Yeah.
I'm excited to get more information about the documentary he has coming up on society, because society is all, the movie is all about rich people, and if you have more money than you can use in 10 lifetimes, what are you eventually going to do to, like, be a rebel, to stand up, stand out? Either you create a sex cult or you summon Satan. Everybody knows this. Those are your options.
Yeah, and I
You
thought
think
of
about it, you own this world. You're already, you
Master.
already rule this world. You've mastered this world. You've since you were a baby, you've been traveling to other countries and islands, and all of it's just the same old to you.
Boring.
So exactly. So you want to conquer the next world. So
Yeah.
you want to,
Meanwhile, I'm over here struggling to pay rent, pay bills, and manage my day to day life. There are some rich people out there that are just like, I'm bored. It's like, the fuck? Do
I'm
something.
not going to donate to charity. That's what mom and dad do. Ugh.
I
I'm not
have
going to
like
start a business. That's work.
I have $1 million in my trust fund. Gosh. But yeah, it's very interesting. We have tomorrow, since we're mainly just focusing on Girl Next now, I will play the society. There is a trailer for that. I play it live with our awesome director Larry tomorrow, just to try to get his opinion live in person. And then we will also ask a few questions about Jacob. I'm very curious about a few things, especially the ending. I can't spoil it just yet. You're gonna
Don't
have to
tell me.
watch
Don't
it.
tell me. So, what, did you have any other things in Girl Next that you weren't sure of or wanted to kind of?
Just kind of the ending was kind of a little bit troubling. Like, does she stay in this dimension? Does she move on to a next dimension? Because like it's kind of left like kind of in limbo. So I don't know if she's gonna try to find her way around in the dimension that she's at. I don't know. Like, where's my girl at? Emotionally, she's a mess. She's gonna be a
I
mess.
think well, that yeah, but I think because she was able to kind of get to her source code and
Mhm.
unlock all the different covers that she's had, all the different people that she's had to have.
Mhm.
I think now she has the ability to kind of pick and choose. So I think she's truly free in the fact that yeah, the government agency or whatever, yeah, they still own her, but she can still be free in her own mind and maybe, like you're thinking, go to that quantum, that other realm whenever she likes and do her own thing. I like to think of it that way. She can kind of live the life she has to here to kind of get through. But then, like when we dream and things like that, hey, maybe that's why we dream. Maybe. Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Shit.
I have some fucked up dreams, let me tell you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
same. Or at least that's what we remember, right? We may
Yeah.
have other types of dreams, but there's just the traumatic ones you remember, right? Makes sense.
Yes. But I don't know what it is, but anytime I take melatonin to help me go to sleep, my
Mhm.
dreams on melatonin are way more fucked up. That's why I'm like, no, I'd rather not. I'm just gonna
No.
be natural, not take all that quantum stuff. And I think you're right about was it Heinrich? Him being a doll also? Because at the end when he was like he went kind of like frenzied on that blue stuff. Like he was just like "Ugh," like big, massive, just kind of like cracked addict moment where he's just like sniffing it and putting it on all
He
his
literally
holes
like
and
cracked his face. Like
yes.
he
And oh
literally
my
cracked
god,
up.
the scene where his wife or whatever is stapling his face and then she's like, "You need to go to the hospital." And he's like, "Fuck, I'm not. Just staple it." Like he's getting his
He's like,
face
I'm gonna
stapled
go to the
back.
quantum hospital. What time does the quantum hospital open?
Oh yeah, you're gonna need way more than a quantum hospital for that, sweetie. Oof. That was just stapling your skin. That scene was like, ugh, kind of gross to me
And I
because like,
love when she used the sheriff's head as like a hey boy and like a fake like knock knock and he's at the door. Oh, I'm expecting you. And the head rolls. I'm like, yeah.
that was
It
fun.
goes into detail in the book. She duct taped his ass together. She duct taped the body back together.
Where'd she get duct tape from? The sheriff's
It
car or
was in
something?
the truck, I think. Yeah, yeah, it was in the car.
Oh
I was
my
like, yeah,
god.
duct tape.
You can duct tape a body back together, I guess, in the quantum
Yeah, yeah,
realm.
man. Yeah. He should have
Duct
used
tape.
that for his face. Yeah.
That's true. He should have. He should have. I guess no tape in the quantum realm, his quantum realm or something.
Yeah,
He didn't think
man.
about it. Staples are a lot better though.
Yeah,
That's what they
they're,
use at our hospitals. They staple your
they're more
skin
they're
back.
more metal. More
More,
metal.
yeah, definitely. Duct
Legit
tape just
metal.
looks silly. Just like duct tape on your face looks silly, but like staples all over your face, a lot more hardcore.
It's definitely a look.
It is a look. But yeah, this movie was definitely not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of moments in here Lots of wild stuff going on, lots of weird, creepy dolls, lots of uh,
Yeah, so
illicit trafficking of intergalactic space human replicas.
aliens, man, the aliens.
It's always the aliens.
Yep.
But yeah,
Not
this movie was
good.
bizarre. It's aliens, yeah. Did you ever figure out whether they were truly from this dimension or if they were like from a different dimension just coming to this dimension? Because for some reason the movie takes place in Texas, I know that. But if there's a different dimension where Texas also exists, or what do
I
you
think
think?
the quantum. I think
The
that's the other
quantum
world that
Texas?
they're talking about.
Uh,
Yeah, it's like one of the quantum worlds, and maybe they just have access to one other world, but everything else, is really taking place in this world. Sadly,
mm,
it's messed up shit. But I mean,
yeah, remind me not to go to Quantum, Texas, man. That place looks.
trafficking, it's a real problem,
It
unfortunately.
is. It is a real problem in the
Shark.
quantum world, real world, all the worlds.
I
So
mean, but who say that we're not in an alternate world ourselves? There's no way to prove it.
there's no way to prove it or disprove it. We're just kind of
Yeah.
stuck with speculation. What if, and what isn't, you know? And I don't know. We could be living in a simulation, and there's another Luna that's actually an alligator thriving. So you
Cool.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be a lizard. I like lizards.
But as long as I'm not a weird sex doll in the quantum world,
Yeah,
I'll be happy.
that. No.
I'll be happy as a lizard or something cool, maybe a dinosaur, or I don't
Yeah.
know. Something cool and epic, but definitely not a weird sex doll.
Yeah,
Human.
man.
Weird. Weird. This movie was really weird.
Yeah, I know every time I'm definitely going to watch it again. As soon as I finished it, I wanted to rewatch it. I just didn't have time. But
Mhm.
I know every time we watch it, we're going to notice something else. And that's the
Something
type of
else.
I really enjoy.
Yeah, like when I watched the preview and then I heard him say that, I'm like, oh, I didn't hear that before. So it's definitely one of those where you have to watch and watch. But that's, I guess, my live reaction to it. It's definitely a very fucked up movie, very borderline German dungeon torture, weird, obscure dolls, and all kinds of
Some great
science,
acting, though.
quantum-y, huh?
Some really great acting.
Great acting. I'm actually speaking with the direct. I'm sorry, not the director. With the girl that plays Misha, the wife,
Awesome.
Paula Marcenaru. Hoping I'm saying that correct. But I'm hoping that she is going to join us towards the end of next month, maybe middle or next month. Hoping. I DM'd her and she's working with me on scheduling something. She said she'd be very happy. She wanted to come tomorrow, but it's her birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday. Sorry you can't come tomorrow.
Rawr.
Sending you happy birthday wishes. Definitely lots of birthday love for such an awesome actress. But any final pointers or any final things that you had for our lovely viewers?
No, just I think we've gone through our first interpretation of the film, and I'm excited for tomorrow. And it was awesome as always to talk to you, my dear.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Please don't forget. It means a lot if you could like, subscribe, comment, share, just to get the word out. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Larry's a very busy director, and he's taking time out of his busy schedule to come chat with us. So it'd be really special if you guys could come out also for tomorrow and support us. I know we're both very excited for tomorrow, and I'm very thankful that Larry's able to join us so we can discuss with him all his work, not only with Girl Next, but some of his other stuff that he's done, like Jacob, which has won an award. Some awards, I believe, not just one, some. And then also, discuss his new documentary, and that's going to be an awesome, just overall fun.
Jacob won World Fest Houston 2012 Platinum Award for Independent Theatrical Feature Film in a Fantasy or Horror. So he won that award, and a special jury award for Best Young Actress, Critics' Choice, Grace Powell, and then a Platinum Award for the musical score of Jacob as well, which is Lynn Kelso.
Yeah, the score was great. The movie was great. I can't wait to talk about that tomorrow with Larry in the house. We have a lot of questions that we both prepared for him, and I'm excited to see you guys also tomorrow. So.
Yay! Mañana!
Don't miss out on tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
Larry's gonna expect all of you to come online tomorrow with us. So
Love.
8 p.m. Eastern time, sharp. Do not miss it. Or
Unless
else.
it's work, then we get that work. Ugh.
Or you can always rewatch it though.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're gonna go to the quantum realm. And you're gonna have a bad time.
Not to the sexy part of the quantum world either.
Yeah, either. No. Running around the freaking cornfield in Texas part.
Your flesh
naked.
falling off.
The part where she's naked, running through the maze or the field or whatever. Yeah, that's gonna be you.
Yeah.
You don't come tomorrow.
That's how we get viewers, right? Threaten them. We're just playing. We play it.
Yeah, we're just playing. This is us. We're just really silly. We're not suit and tie today. The real directors aren't here tonight, so we're just kind of no suits off, boots off, suits off. We're ready.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys.
Are out.
Kawaii. Woo. Well, thanks guys for joining us. It was a very last minute thing, but I'm very grateful that you guys were able to come out, and tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. So, all right, guys. Bye.
Bye. Peace.